Craig Show from your local news leader.
All right, well, it's Friday, and that means that it's time for Friday Flicks. Now, we got some good ones that we're talking about today. We are talking about No Time to Die in Lamb. And as always, here's film critic Chuck Lipinski.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. You've been looking forward to the James Bond movie?
I am looking forward. So let's maybe kick off with that one.
Let's kick off with that one. It has been a long, long wait. Not only is it, 3 years between films, but then we had the COVID delay. This was supposed to be out last April. So the anticipation for this is high because not only have we had a time delay, but it's also Daniel Craig's last film as James Bond. So the stakes couldn't be higher as far as an action film like this is concerned. And I'm happy to report that for the most part, this film delivers. Let's get the bad stuff out of the way. The movie is about 30 minutes too long, and the bad guy, well, he's a stock bad guy. Nothing special there. But other than that, you can tell that they are pulling out all the stops on this one, and they want to impress. As with all the Bond films, it starts with a prologue before we get to the main action. And in that prologue, which you see scenes of here with the motorcycle and the Aston Martin being put through its paces, the director lets us know that they are here to play, and they impress throughout with the action. One great set piece after another. But of course, the action doesn't mean anything if you don't have a good story to tell and you don't care about the characters. And one of the unique things about Daniel Craig's James Bond is that for the first time in the franchise, they've tried to interconnect all of the films so that characters from one film have an impact on the other. And this one especially. At the end of the last film, Spectre, Bond goes off with Madeline, played by Léa Seydoux. We see her at the beginning of the film. We see that relationship did not turn out well, and Bond is carrying that sort of emotional baggage. He's fragile here. He's hurt, yet he's called in to do things that he does not want to do because he knows how old he is, and he knows he needs a break. This one, the ending, everyone's going to be talking about it, and it is well earned. And there's just a sense of melancholy. There's a sense of dread that hangs over this film, unlike the other Bond movies. This isn't Roger Moore, where everything is a lark. This is deadly serious stuff, and I've even heard talk already of Craig getting an Oscar nomination for his performance. It's that good, and the writing's that good, because they go through and they give these characters layers, they give them backstories, and that, as I say, makes the action mean something. This is a movie you need to see on a big screen, the biggest screen possible, so if you are comfortable going to the movies, make sure that you see No Time to Die at a movie theater. That's the only way you're really going to experience. I don't have a lot of time in my life. I'm very, very busy, but I am going to see this again. So that is about the highest compliment I can give it. I'm going to spend more time and go back and see this on a big screen. Yeah, I'm excited about that, and some good advice there. I mean, it's James Bond. You got to see it on the big screen. Exactly. All right. Now, I haven't heard about Lamb, so tell me a little bit. Oh, you haven't heard about Lamb? Not yet. Do you like lamb chops? You eat lamb? I do. I love lamb chops. Don't see this movie. Oh, okay. Don't see this movie. This will put you off mutton and lamb chops and everything for quite some time. This is from A24, independent film studio, and they always do very unique movies. If you remember the horror film Midsommar from a couple years ago, Lamb reminded me of this. Well, there's a lamb right there. And this is a lamb that gives birth to a small lamb, and it's kind of unique. We're not quite sure why it's unique, but this couple here that lives in Iceland in a very remote area, well, they've had problems. They've had some problems as far as having children are concerned, and they see this one lamb and they decided to raise it as a child, tucking it in a crib, nursing it along, dressing it in boys' clothes, all the things that you would do while raising a child. Well, obviously this is a very, very unique situation. And really the joy of this film, or I should say the intrigue of this film, is me not telling you much more and you going and figuring out just what the heck is going on. As I say, you have not seen a movie like Lamb, and it's one that even though as you're watching it, you might say, this is absolutely ridiculous. You got to see it through to the end because you can't tell where it's going, and let me tell you, the ending is one that's really going to shake you up. Beautiful film to see. As I said, they shoot in Iceland. It's just gorgeous to look at, and this is one that you're going to turn over and over in your mind after you see it. My wife and I talked about this for a couple of days after we watched it. So Lamb, very unique. I would love to get feedback from viewers as far as what they thought. Yeah, that's killing me here. I want to know more about what it's about. You gotta go. It's a little weird. It's weird, definitely weird. Hey, we got a couple contests coming up. Pam and I at Real Talk with Chuck and Pam. Go to our website or our Facebook page. We got 2 movies we're giving away tickets to. One is a Netflix film called Maya and the Three, and then the other is Dune, the big film coming from Warner Brothers. Go to our website, find out how to get some tickets to see it before anybody else.
All right, make sure you check that out. As always, Chuck, thanks for being here.
You bet.